is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, and left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no pops. Hezbollah worshiping pedophiles wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying, I'm not some master teacher. No, am I some pastor or preacher? Was really represent with this passion to speak up. After doing 25 years in the peace cups. Realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this beat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Nah, bro. Come on. You almost there, bro. You almost there. Survive. What's up?
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just slide down. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet. It's for my aircraft stealth fit. Can't be tied down or even seatbelted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked that caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. You bust awful from ices and veil shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly zone, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the silver hand, but we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow I set status. Catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dated space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the cave. cages face off. After the shape the stages of fate, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, straight to adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Sebastian Capero, I'm a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas Carol lies what your fans get. Your worlds and pearls what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew. Everybody wants to get his own crew rich. And then they want the other little people never get a piece of pie. And don't want to go for the pastor. And go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas who got to can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. We're taking over the airwaves. Yeah, they won't let us play. Cause I know God's coming this way. Yeah, we're taking over the airwaves. We're taking over the airwaves. And the devil won't let us play.
Wow, that's so messed up, bro. This is, you know what? That's why I don't like Spotify. You can download it and then it tells you, it's not playing. And then it's like unbelievable, man.
Indigenous resistance. Warrior spirit. Turtle Island. This is for my peoples. Drop. Too much debating, too much hating, too much faking, too much grand staging, too much handshaking, too much land taking, too much manipulating. Too much you hear but you shaking. Too much of a friend yet you stuck through naked. Complain too much instigating, too much insinuating. You too much of an Asian. Celebrities too heavenly bodies got you stargazing. Dilated peoples, stark amazement. Top chart chasing, your heart racing. Spellbound, too much dark sayings. Am I sharing too much in my paint can graffiti art? Spraying too much to spark in the dark basement day. Breaking too much, these mobs operate through too much ego, way too much for me, yo. Not with all the fake check-ins. Either you from the soil or you're not. And this ain't even a half. They displace you engine, replace you engine, erase you through paper. Genocide engine, land session agreements, a fake space. View engine change dates to purposely misplace you engine. Eggshell then tax you on your own. Land engine, you a child, not a grown woman, a grown man engine. In fact, you black, you that person in all caps on them contracts. Legal fiction, non-living show. Damn engine, how long will you let them debase you, deface you? Oh, an engine, no one is coming to save you. A great new world awaits you, engine. They intend to continue to rape and enslave you, bound to a remix of religion. A graven image that reset the same station. They played you, engine, the same unseen hand. You just wait, case slay you, engine. But it's the return of the ancient ones. We back. Everything to you. Hold fast, let me get that. Out to rip that. Gift rap, not with rhetoric. Chit chat, shit back on back and forth. On platforms for an interest stretch. Rich that for a Kit Kat or a Big Mac. Temporary get chillin', that don't kiss back. Shit swag, we hit and get our shit back. Restoration of what was overthrown. American engines, old organic gold, not provolone. Home alone, all foreigners gone. Shifting, shoot, Hebrew, Muslim, Mason, Moorish, cornerstone. Fraternal orders up, forest wrong. You've no substantial foundation, flawless zone. Bottomless pit up, broken promises. Home through landlines or cordless phones. Lines lay lies gracious. Rocks cry out, till the land, till the soul is gone, and pour is wrong, the war is on. Orange smoke. Show. All forms of the land. It includes all you corporations, all you different nationalities. Anything that isn't American engine, you need to get the fuck up. We ain't playing this time. We understand exactly what y'all motherfuckers do. I'll kick you up.
In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. It's time for change, got a bounce up. The oppressor's about to get housed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style too late with apologetic claim. You rap that a coca blame by God, it's overdue. Your time is in the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the letter for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down. With suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution gets started in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast, and kill this. Don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who have it to stand or kneel. Too late when the cats get pills. Don't believe in GC type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone when it got the dome. When it's on the zone, all red or vision through sight. It's killing big kills whenever I write. From above, I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' let him out, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, make no surrender.
I'm about to go on a trip. I don't like gummies, but I'm about to eat one. And I know what's going to happen. I won't be seeing y'all for a little while. I gotta walk somewhere. I got a little bit of ayahuasca. So with that and that, I don't need nobody with me when I do it. So it's a little different.
Step, crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like nobody ever stopped.
Grand ascension, everybody. That's the way where your head's at. Because you won't come together to do nothing else. And some things can't be spoke on here. If y'all all would have been in the military, you would know exactly what I'm saying. But you have a hard time just listening. And I'm going to lay in. I've given enough people information to search outside of religion to see not just the old world. Kilmiel had 2 good videos of yesterday. We know Ganja had one. Risa had Kapow went out. She had some floods. So I know some people in Texas were hitting me up, letting me know something. Jay Davis, I don't know what happened over his side. I didn't talk to him yet. I'm gonna call him later. But you know, I like to stay informed with people how they're doing. But if you're in the military, you know you were already active accordingly. Seeing right where you're at, that tells me that you're docile. You're in fear, you're docile, and you are not who you are. Prove me otherwise. So I'm going to talk about some things that need to be addressed because people have a hard time addressing the simplest, it's the small things that allude to the big things that circle you back around to the most important of the small things that keep the big things of meaning in a position that is solid.
A slave to the system, then I broke free. So I may not be with, I wanna see my folk free. Hold up a minute, fam, let me ask you this. Did your last promotion offer you an ass to kiss? Hashtag for this, I know a better way in minute, honestly. Wonder why you bastard shit. Your heart's got
I brushed my teeth for the first day in about 3 months. I brushed my teeth. I haven't brushed in 3 months. And everybody's like, yo, Ray, my breath don't stink or nothing, right? No halitosis. And they're like, how? I'm like, how? I'm not greeting you, bro. It's like, figure it out. Because if you don't listen, I'm not going to tell you again. Unless I see the sincerity and you actually paid attention. So what I brushed my teeth with today?
No lust for the cause of throwbacks. In fact, give them all away. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with
coconut oil and clove and turmeric.
I want to see my folk free. A slave to the system, then I broke free. Although I may not be with, I want to see.
Y'all know I got shot in the mouth, right? You know I had teeth, got 1 tooth removed, but I got, so it's still, you know, it's still, you know what I mean? I don't want nothing there. I can get down. I can chew steak on this side too. Well, I got teeth back here. I got my wisdom teeth. And another molar. But up here, I had to have that. You can see the porcelain? Yeah. They were like, do you want to implant? Hell no. Do you want? No.
And you can ask your mama, no need to wonder. I'm like the 10th one under the commission of the author of life.
And you don't have to scrub hard and nothing. I got tongue stay pink, a little white, depending on how old you are. Yeah, 3 months. No funky breath. No build up of plaque and all that other goofy stuff. None of that. None. If your teeth pearly white, I need you to stay away from it. Now if they're kind of white, like sun braised bones, maybe you smile a lot, but that don't make sense because there's enough carbon and pollution. I was doing that intentionally to talk over the music to see if any of y'all would actually pay attention and read my lips and listen without the music. I'm always testing people. But yeah, so that pearly white stuff, your bones aren't pearly white until they hit the air. And even then, pending how much fat and chemicals. Somebody said, yeah, I didn't speak on Himalayan pink salt. I said what needed to be said. I'll elaborate a little more today. And a few other things. I said that we was going to read, but I wanted to. I had half a glass of wine. I smoked about 3 pulls of doobie. I got to watching this documentary. All I know is I woke up at 2 o'clock this morning, right here. Went upstairs, laid in the bed, no AC, sweating my ass off. Woke up again around 5 o'clock. Oh, it was time to get up by then. Because I said, oh, I done met my quota. I got well over 7 hours of sleep, surprisingly. I have no secrets. Delicious, Tariq. Who else came in here? Marcus, what's up? What's going on, beloveds? Hey, Snoop, what's up, baby? I know you're at work, right? Sharon or Wilson, hey, what's going on? How you doing, Into? Yeah, everybody come in here, you can speak up. You can say hi, man. I mean, if you one of them dumb little fed, one of them agents, whatever, monkey, whatever you belong to, I don't care. And you one of the bad ones, and you just hear that, you're not going to get nothing. You'll forget. I'll make sure.
Walking to sleep or rise, that's groovy. I'm taking strong stands and they can't move me. I'm on with the verbal Uzi. I'm on my.
You remember 40, right? Don't forget 40. 40. That's all you need to know.
Most of these cats have money, but they soul is empty. And they guilty is the one who stole Christian Kenty. 1 million men together won't change a thing. If we only choose to hate a slang or gang bang, we would never see a change.
When I shake my head, it's not discouragement. So don't anybody try to sound like one of them people you're talking on the phone. I'm sorry you feel that way. I feel like what? Motherfucker, I don't feel nothing. I know you feel discouraged. Discouraged? Why would I be discouraged when I got to take care of this? people are stupid in this world. They don't really know that. They think you got to be a serial killer, which America has the most, in order to be empty. And when I say empty, it's not what you think. I'm tired of explaining that too. The government was smart that they got me when I was a baby. Stupid motherfuckers. I told you, these fake Jews are dumb. These Zionists, whatever you want to call it. The ones who got to live a little longer than you will. And you better believe there's some other things here. But not what you think. That's for another time. Maybe it's the person that you're dealing with, causing you to spill off into the illness fit. This time around, it's a change of plans. This time around, it's shameful man. This time around, we'll be keeping it tight. No longer seeing each other in a negative light. And if the president's right, I would support the cause, but he's not. If he's obviously breaking God's laws, ain't no man perfect. We all have flaws, but there's a words of wisdom for all of y'all. Those with cinnamon. I got my Genesis on there for you motherfuckers. My beloved, y'all some bad motherfuckers if you only knew it. Y'all are some bad motherfuckers. Y'all just don't know it yet. Oh, the faggots behind, what you call it, they keep putting a gold ingot, even on the stuff that's solid. Don't worry. They better not hope they don't fall into the next batch, not just 40. The next batch should be personally on each one of these motherfuckers watching, thinking they can put it off to somebody else. That's an old tactic of them fake-ass Jews. And the government. There's no fall guy in this shit. And I don't care what they witness. We need that, we need. No, it's not how it works. Y'all done fucked up. That's all I gotta say. They done fucked up. And that's why I teach, bruh. You know your folks with the shit back in the Middle East, bruh. Seed of the sun, making pleas to the young, holding Christ in their bosom, but conceding the guns. Knowledge is free. Take the reading for fun instead of gold. For finally meeting the one. Get all excited for he has a place for you. These of the devil or disgrace can replace you, dude. So let's face it, dude. Yo, I put my coconut water in the freezer when I first woke up, so I went back to sleep for a few hours. That mug froze solid, bro. I'm like, what? I got crabs. I went to Apex not for only vehicles. I went for air conditioned refrigeration. You know, okay, R22, all that kind of stuff, refrigerant and all that. So I know everything was right, the right temperature and everything. And yeah, there are crab legs. I'll make them for my boys when they come up. I'll whip those up with some Old Bay and some taters and stuff like that. But in 3 hours, well, actually, I would say 45 minutes. I put stuff in there for an hour just to get cold and it don't freeze like that. I don't know what happened. I like to have my coconut water in the morning, actually before I drink my mushroom coffee, before, you know, with a little lime. It doesn't disrupt anything, no alkalinity. It actually helps. So with the clove and coconut oil, it actually pulls with the turmeric. You don't have to put no black pepper. You can. It's not going to hurt you. Real black pepper. And when it's pulling, it's crap. And also helping the teeth enamel to repair Sensodyne and all that crap. That's poison. That's toxic. It makes your lips and your gums beautifully pink. You see what I'm saying? What? You know, your jammy guys be one fucking color instead of looking bruised and beat up. Unless y'all just, and y'all don't know what. Stop that. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but stop. Retention, motherfucker. Retention. And women, don't be using no roses and all that electricity. Killing yourselves. ovarian cancer and uterus cancer and everything. Booty hole cancer. Stop. Damn, I thought y'all was smarter than them. Where's Trayvon? Where's Trayvon? This should be on the radio, bro. This should be gigging right here. I should be behind stage. Yo, Omac, you ready? Yo, ToLU'S Z, you ready, fam? I'm that kind of guy. If I was to take these guys on the road and set up some things underground, they blow up. They would blow up. I ain't talking about making a rap group. They can make some, you know, but getting down in that orthogonous. And I'll probably hand out a couple of my rhymes soon and be like, yo, check this out. Check the music. Woo! The devil ain't just beautiful, he got rhythm. Original rhythm. He should have rapped, he should have rolled that. It was funky as hell, y'all. And now straight tussling. He has the upper hand. I'm fighting with the grown man. And they got me committing sin. It look makes you look thugging. Oh my God, this crazy dude straight up. 140. Here we go. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Hey y'all. Come on. Up. What you doing over here? We had a lot of break dance from the hood drinking beer. And committing sin. It look makes you look thugging. Oh my God, this crazy dude straight up. I'm just trying to get home to make me mush your bugging before long. He and I was straight tussling. He has the upper hand. I'm fighting with the grown man. And they got me packing. Yo, I need it in my hand. And who the hell are you? You go questioning me. I wanna be cop is the impression I see. And if you put down the gun, I guarantee you're gonna run as far as power over me. I'm not giving you none. So if you're looking for a fight, I guess you got one tonight. All I'm trying to do is live with all of my might. I guess they bullied you in school. You couldn't wait to get a tool. When it's all said and done, you be looking like a fool. All right, hold on. All right, it was almost there. Max V, that shit straight fire. All y'all shit straight. But goddamn, when he go, I be listening to that shit sometimes reading. I just be like, I'll put it on, you know, the loop. I know every word. Y'all know that. All these right? But I'm just like, this shit, even though they're trying to F it up with that 440, I can actually feel its actual frequency, like, and it just, my knees be feeling better. And I be like, oh, shit, that's the hit. Oh, and then I'll crack the window and I put it up on the surround sound where you can hear it like stereo, right? And everybody's going, I'm not going to do that in here because y'all be like, Red, we can't make out what he's saying because it's too loud. And everybody walking wild like, only light skins. They bouncing their head. I'm like, that's right. Who culture? What culture? I was just talking to my Hindu brother. I'm helping him. He's moving to another place which is a flat, and they got a backyard and everything. I could move in there. I'm not going to. So I'm helping them day after tomorrow. My Hindu brother, yeah, and his children, love them to death. Move to their new place over there because I know where it's at. I'm using my truck, and I was giving him a little history stump. So I'm gonna share a little bit of that with you. And he was surprised of what I knew. I was like, why are you surprised? He says, and he goes, okay, well, actually, I'm not. It's taking me a while to actually, you scare everybody that comes here. No, you scare yourself. You got the Book of the Dead. You got this mask nobody ever seen. You got the Rubik's Cube. You actually got a real Rubik's Cube. Don't worry about that. Not Rubik's Cube. You know what I'm talking about, right? I got 2 makeup ones that you could, somebody bought me one because they saw the one I had. Somebody bought me that one, my neighbor. Yeah, he bought it because he came in here and he saw the one that I had that really like does some weird shit, right? And he was like, dude, where'd you get that? I was like, you don't have one of these? So I showed him my skull, the pinhead, needlehead. And I said, touch it. He touched it. He said, oh shit, that feels real. I said, is it real or is it just, rubber? you know, all the shit they use for makeup. And he says, yo, I got a gift for you, bro. And so that's when he gave me the first, you know, Hellraiser cube. And it's a name for it. And if you don't know, if you know it, say it. So somebody else saw that one in the window and got me another one. So it's over there. Right? And my real one, you will never see it on here. All right? And then I got the Book of the Dead, 2 of them in the window. And the other one's upstairs. Y'all know, is it upstairs or did I bring it down here? Because I was actually reading it one night. Yeah, it's over there. It's right there. Let me grab it right quick so you can see it. This is not the same one that's in the one in the window is more expensive by 4 times than this. I don't leave it in the window. I put it up in the window at night. Somebody gave me some new kind of tobacco that's not tobacco. It looks like it, but it's like the Zen. So because you know, nicotine, I like it. I mean, I put it like ganja, put it in my marijuana because it cuts it. It don't get high. You know, it's medicinal. Helps you with your pains and stuff. It really does. But this right here, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, this one is just a commercial. Oh, I've been reading it. It's kind of close. They mess with shit. But that one, I bought that overseas in Spain. Espanol, Madrid. Okay, long time ago. All right, and I couldn't find it online to order another one. So I looked up how much it costs, and you can do that yourself. It's not no spooky hooky dooky stuff. That's just what it is. So anyway, I says, you know, it's funny. My great grandmother, when she passed away, they were calling it dementia or Alzheimer's. It's funny because before, and I use 77 as the mark for a change of a lot of things. Now it's different time, but we're going to say 77. We're going to crunch it there. But before 77, hell, even 69, nobody was having dementia. Nobody had Alzheimer's. Nobody. She was 96 when she passed in the 80s. While I was in the military. And every time I came to visit her, I was the only one she recognized. Grandmother's there, her daughter, one of my brothers, cousins. Jimmy? Chucky? Hey, mama. And smile. She was still happy. She was strong. And I told him about it. And he was like, oh, wow. And I says, it's funny. In Hindustan, nobody had a heart attack until 1977. And after that, you people are right behind us with heart attacks. When you made that deal with this fake-ass government, this Zionist government, the same people who utilized and changed your narrative, made y'all want to be white. He was like this. And it says, this is not America. The word American, I told y'all to research it, didn't I? I told you. I didn't. First, it would seem like I'm asking you. But I'm telling you sometimes to do something because you're so lazy not to do it. All right? It's a pact. It's made with the original people of this land. All right? And I told you I call this land Atriel. There's still remnants of Atlantis over in so-called West Africa, where you got the Sahara. You know, it's a big circle. That is part of it. But it's more, it was bigger than that. It reached to here, in Europe, in the midst of the ocean. It's all there under dirt. I don't know, miles of it. Sun, it's there. They know it. You just don't know it. Some of you are comfortable in the world they created. So you keep spewing rhetoric. Sound like the individual I was talking about yesterday who keep talking nonsense. They don't know the first thing about any of you other than the lie they live. They didn't know about Tartary, that this was a republic of it. And if they want to talk engine shit and want to scold and go hard at people. Yes, there are brothers and sisters in Mexico who are Judean. And they don't look exactly like you. all the way through South America. They kind of look like you, but not like you. But there's a difference from how they look to everybody else. How many of y'all ever been to Hispaniola, Spain, Portugal? Can you not see the rewriting and who was behind it? Wherever you find Catholicism, those are the fake Gujars who have changed the narrative. Didn't they say the Pilgrims came with the Bible? The George Orwellian factor, the reason why he spoke as he did, as you saw in the thumbnail, is because it was well established and known that this is what happened. All right? They conspired against us. When they stated that we were on all four corners, remember I talked about the so-called North Pole, the center? There's 4 land masses. And they spread out. And there's thousands of islands, big ones all over, that y'all know nothing about because the map, even the Peary's map, all of them are fake. But they have real history. We had civilizations in so-called Antarctica. I'm so tired of that fucking term. That these motherfuckers think they belong to them. In the end, they got a choice. They're gonna stand in there where they stand at. Y'all just don't know how power, when you're over something, which should never exist, how it corrupts and it's deep. And then them. Problem is not just the end of the idiots who betrayed. It's the end of all of them. Every one of them. Everything. So he was like shocked that I knew that. And he asked, well, what about that Bell's palsy I had? Well, I told you we had some people marrying into my family, and it's genetic passed down. Because I know with you guys, it's predominant. He's like, oh, you know that? It's like, every time you talk about so much information, how do you... I says, how come you don't know it? You know, we use this word genetics and all this. Well, that's the new terms for science and everything else to break. We're not saying that it wasn't used before, but in the way it, for lack of better terms, it's the way it's utilized now. You see? And people want to keep, like today, I was at the store and I'm seeing all these military special force motherfuckers walking around. You could tell they're on TRT or steroids or whatever the fuck. And they're with their wives and they're here because we still got the guys training, coming in, getting into their little apartments with their equipment and bags that is foreign. And nobody's saying nothing. Well, I'm not against it. I'm just saying. And there's people here training them. Who do you think it is? With equipment, building up buildings and stuff to encase and hold people. While y'all still talking religion and all this other shit, this is who we is, this is who we are. And what the fuck is that going to do for you? What is that doing? Because it seemed that's what it seemed like y'all stuck. That even some of you are starting to betray yourselves and start going against it. Well, we gotta have African because they groomed you and they beat it into your head over and over and over. You can't remove that narrative, that false fiction, that narrative, that lie. They've grafted most of them over there in the land into that shit. They don't even use the word no more. Because we think that's going forward, that's going fucking backwards. When you dismiss your origin, what do? You create a new one, right? And there's not one motherfucker living alive, not one motherfucker who's not living alive. Rashad Jamal 3.0. Oh, wow. Was he back? Let's say something. I can't believe that some of you are still arguing with these individuals about who you are. And they use that to shut your channel down. What does that say? Rashad, what? I just want to see what it says. One minute ago, Rashad Jamal. No, man, that can't be him. That might be a government agency using him. Did he get? He didn't get out, did he? Let me see. I'm gonna look it up. Because people think he's an agent, this, that, and the other. He did more for y'all than most people did. Because you know, he's a musician, right? A lot of people didn't know that Rashad Jamal was a musician. Isn't it funny how all the people in departments are all belong to cults, Masonic orders, Shriners? There's 100 of them. And they want to say he's a cult leader? Isn't that stupid? All right, so he is serving an 18-year sentence in Georgia for child molestation that reportedly took effect last year. He was also ordered 22 years of probation after his jail, which is all fictional. He didn't molest that child, that damn sorry-ass woman. You know she recanted. This is what I'm talking about. You sisters, y'all do that. Y'all are pieces of excrement. You don't get to be forgiven for that unless you get into a circle of women who eviscerate you. And then, I don't mean literally. And then you learn your truth. But it has to be the right women. Women, okay? I mean, you take a dog and you castrate it, right? You cut his nuts off, it's still a boy dog. I mean, I'm just saying. You can sew a banana on a female one, it's still a female. You remove his uterus, it's still a female. You call it Michelle Obama, it's still Mike. It's strong, y'all. I don't like that. It's all right, but it's it don't taste like tobacco. It tastes like what I want to leave alone. It's still a body. So anyway, a lot of people talk about all this stuff and they know nothing about what they talk about. Somebody said, well, you know, because I was having a conversation, well, you know, they found that some years ago about Landis being over there, you know, with the sand. I says, first of all, any of y'all ever look up the fact that sand is not even indigenous to that part of Africa? So there was an ocean that flowed through there. Based on what? People don't want to believe in a flood. They don't want to. People don't know about a flood or how it happened or why it happened. They don't want to know about real technology. It's funny how we created everything. Well, literally, damn near. Lewis Ladder, it don't matter what, popping corn, all that. We created it all. And people talk about what's your culture, what's your what language you speak. These fools didn't even know about Tartary. That show you that they were Cabbage Patch Babies, given a new narrative, new names. Might put a video up that's well down in there, a couple hundred. But the individual who came through, and I was like, look at this. Somebody shared it to me. Reg, you was telling the truth. I said, what'd you find? And I didn't have a TikTok account. And I was like, holy smack, somebody's been listening. Somebody took the time to do the research and realized, oh, wow, what a lie they weaved and we have been living. But then it says, well, then who is the Negro? You see how they're trying to make Africans the Negro now? Yeah, I remember the first time I read Negro the Guinea and Negro the Terror, right? Indigo. I was like, wait a minute now. So that's when it started. 19, oh, what, 1960, what? Oh, so that's how they change it slowly. And then you're in school and you start acclimating and you believe without knowing the truth, you know. I'm not saying some people don't have relatives over there, yet they never really had nothing to do with us because we all marginalized. We took care of where we were all at. I've already expressed that a lot of them are from these places called Europe and everything, to which King Leopold and all these other fake kings, they were doing their best to eradicate these people and realize there was more than they can deal with. You see the disease of it all, the sickness. So they figured that by chopping off hands and feet, legs, they could, you know, change the narrative where they can't build again. And those who don't have hands can't show nobody again how to do the things. Then they want to go to Mansa Musa, Mali, and all this other stuff. These are new narratives. And yet people want to argue as if that's the content to be arguing with, as if somebody out there doesn't know. There's always going to be those who know. It's those of you who have a hard time accepting this. The funny thing about light-skinned brothers and sisters, they pick it up better than our melanated people. They don't get caught up in the complexion of black and this, that, and the other. When I said that about James Brown, did any of y'all researching? The feds made sure that he went ahead by way of them Gujars to go ahead and sing black, I'm black and I'm proud. He didn't want to do that shit. Told you the Panther movement was not the Black Panther movement. I don't know. You remember in California? The Panther movement was all over. It started in Vietnam, motherfuckers. With the True Bloods. So it's my father in New Jersey and all them niggas used to walk around with the white neckerchief with the square fold showing that they were Bloods with one pants leg rolled up. We ain't talking no harem or biff bullshit. People who still knew. You think you know something? You think you have a clue? You don't know nothing. They're forgetting. They're getting caught up in the world they're involved with all that information. How is it that we can be in debt when it's a dollar that's worthless? And the same people that's making you in debt are actually stealing from what is belonged to you by way of these fake-ass Gujars who have stolen from you. I just want to know, how are you in debt? Because of the system they created? When if everybody's come realizing it's a lie, why are so many of them still chasing the dollar? Huh? We can make the dollar worthy. But first, we must remove the unworthy. Give them a chance to let themselves be removed. Everyone has a choice. The Patriot Act and all that, right? When they created this false act, taking lives as they always do. And then they turn around and create these fictional laws as if it's for the people. But they start spying on the people because they know it's coming that time. But yet they're letting terrorists and enemies of the state move in. And nobody's saying nothing. Little by little, they're chipping away and figuring out stuff. But they're still in their ignorance. You still got Joe Rogan and them talking black and white as if they have a clue. Because he's got that federal agent, Billy Carson, and all these other monkeys. All right? And then y'all entertained because you still can't let go of what the fuck they do. Why is it so hard to let go? I guess you'll say, well, look at you, you're still chewing tobacco. I like tobacco. It was nothing wrong with it. Rabbit tobacco. How many of y'all remember that? My great-grandmother used to chew snuff that all the time. And then make us a little bit of, call it like a tea or coffee or something. And that should have your stomach feeling good. Tablespoon of castor oil. Yeah. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Some red clay with castor oil. With olive oil. Real olive oil, too, at that time. Man, we wouldn't be sick no more than about 15, 16, 18 hours. Think about it. But ain't nobody standing up. How many of y'all got together and made a petition, those of you who know how to write, you college educated, and saying no more fluoride in our goddamn water? How many of y'all are willing to give your lives for that? Now, I'm not advocating violence, but how many of you? You're all scared as if you're going to miss something. Your damn body's going to die. You don't have to be a sociopath to do what's right. Or at least have that mark. And again, my hair is not permed, y'all. That's just my hair. It grows, it's curly. It's real long and curly. But anyway, I get the weirdest comments, y'all. You can't make this up. How many of y'all have studied Operation Paperclip and then look for certain documents that will tell you something a little different, and you see the change? You know, it's funny. It's funny how we just stand by and accept everything given. And then you're afraid to come together. Do you know the first laws after they were allowing people to burn to death? Where they were saying you can't congregate and come together and join together? That's because of the drugs and the alcohol. Our people really shouldn't be drinking alcohol. Damn sure shouldn't be using that synthetic drugs. All of it synthetic. I don't care if they say it's China white. That don't mean shit. They processed it. It's different from taking the coca leaf and chewing on it. Or the heroin, the oil, and rubbing it on a cut. Totally different when you process it. And you get this very strong astringent that makes you do weird things. But nobody wants to have that conversation. They feel, oh, the conversation's been had. But no truth has been told. Other than the pain and suffering that keeps the chaos going. I mean, think about it. I remember being at the park. Dude OD'd the other night. And everybody's looking like, where's the dude that got that shit that, you know, Billy OD'd on? Who and what? For what reason do they think like that? You think that's natural? You think that stems from order? We're outside of it. Remember, instead of looking inside, we're always outside. Looking at everything outside as if it's going to fix everything inside. How can it fix anything inside when it's what outside has fucked the inside up? And so what, you run, you flee or fight or flight. And those who fight, you can tell. They have a story to tell. But their arrogance and their ego is the destruction. Because it's still personified, oh, I look better. Oh, she put 40 pounds on, girl. You got your trunk. You got your junk in your trunk back. And the ego takes over. Yeah, I've been 20 years sober and clean, blah, blah, blah. But won't listen to help and assist nobody else. And if they do, it comes with something. What world is that? Who thinks and transcribes themselves as saying that is natural, that is normal? Who does that? No one in their right state of mind. The pursuit of happiness, freedom. The fuck you gotta pursue which was natural, which is still natural. Oh, I know what it is. Because you don't know how to make proper choices. You never paid attention. You never allowed yourself to breathe for real. Now, I'm nobody's enemy. Nobody's really my enemy. Nah, you may have heard me say it. Shock value. I just think on both sides of the fence, everybody's pretty stupid. But the ones who have nothing, the ones who you listen to when they talk, and the first thing in your mind is, they're bummed, they stink. And you never listen to their story? They're the ones that give the best, most valuable trinkets. The real jewels. And no one really listens. Why? Because you're still part of the system, looking outside of yourself. Not looking inside yourself and realizing that you're barren. While those people who have nothing, all they have is themselves. So therefore they have to go deep if they don't break up and crack up. The ones you should listen to. Now, if they have ulterior motives and they want to rob you, you should be hip to that and wise. You should be able to take care of yourself. I look at all these sisters with their BBLs and real lives of housewives. Who's that one model? What was her name? What was that one model? She became a crackhead. I don't know. What's the name? Let's see if I can type in a name. She became a crackhead. I don't like that term crackhead, but she became a crackhead. I forget her name. What was her name? Cubana Lust. Y'all remember when she got arrested? Swatting in that house, getting high as hell. She was like the original woman that created the twerk. You know what I'm saying? But nobody sees it for what it is. How did she get that way? And that one goofy Puerto Rican nigga in New York had the video of having sex with her. How come nobody thinks about the paradigm of these things? Those people that get trapped off in that world of delusion in these liberal cities, hijacked, like our government and like your energy, hijacked. Cubana Lust, that was her name. There's a few more. What's her name? I don't know. I'm not going to worry about the other name. We'll worry about that later for another conversation. Because we need our sisters fixed. And we need our brothers healed. Or we need our sisters healed and our brothers fixed. Or healed and fixed for both. There's a lot going on in this world. And it's all laid out for you. You can see the game. But you still stay in this false imagination playing a part in it. Why? Why do you remain a copious part of it? Anybody? Can anybody answer that? Can anybody answer that? I know what it is. The world doesn't like real or seriousness. They just want to be part of something. More bad choices, I take it. Okay. Not too great. Anyway, why? It's no peace way. That's all right. You'll be all right for now. You look at everything going on. Himalayan pink salt from the Himalayas. Have y'all ever watched how they get the stuff? Somebody says, you got to be crazy, Red. What do you mean it comes from the Titans? I'm telling you that salt is actually no good for you. Well, I ate it for about a year. And I said, something ain't right about this. Because I know sea salt. I remember family members going out and harvesting it. And drying the sheets, drying the washboard and how to break up the lumps. And fill up all these containers with the sea salt that we use on our food that was beneficial. Before the waters were really, really toxic with all these plastics. And I mean, look at it, 90% of the aquatic life is dead, they say. Well, they're saying that, but is it true? I mean, you look at Japan, those idiots out there with those big nets, killing dolphins and orcas and everything else. Regardless of what else they may pull up in it. Not to be part of the illusion, I'm just saying. Why is it that sardines got to be full of mercury now? Why did they build these big, nasty buildings for the war effort and then destroy them after dumping all the toxins into the rivers, the Mississippi, the bayou, all that, the Gulf? Nobody ever remembers because they got rid of the buildings that the work was done. And they used war as a vice. World Health Organization was behind Tuskegee experiment and then the renaming of the original indigenous Seminole people. I don't see no Native American and no white skin saying a goddamn thing on here. You know why they won't say nothing? Because I'll tear their ass alive. Everybody's tired of this goddamn lie. Except for the ones who are living it and they find they're getting something from it. It's funny how they're all being targeted. It's funny how they're killing everybody. It's not just melanated people. Hypothetically. I'm not saying that's a fact. Regardless of what you say. And then look at they had these white nationalists come out, the ones with the Proud Boys beat up and unmasked, showing that there was a bunch of little gay feds, whatever. I don't know. This is what I'm hearing. I'm just verbatim of what I've read. I don't care. I'm just making a statement, and I'm wondering, what did y'all find out? But here they marched again, wearing the flags, wearing the same, to which the White Nationalist Front didn't really wear. Somebody please explain to me. What do you know? Why is it important to keep a fake narrative of some crayon color as if there's something and they didn't do nothing? All they know how to do is destroy and destruction. Not all. But they were made that way. Here y'all is, still having a hard time coming together. Talk to me. Everybody's silent. They ain't got nothing to say. Nothing to say at all, huh? Well, at least keep saying 40. In silence. Not like I need y'all to do it, but I want you to see for yourself. They don't want to stop. I'm not here to stop them. But what you can do is beyond comprehension. I guess the kinfolk don't feel like kinfolking today. Maybe they're scared. At least there's a real fear that they should probably be. Ignorance is what brings fear. On one side of the hemisphere and the other. I keep seeing these bastards say Egypt, fake fucking name, to a place that is not Egypt. See, it's their backyard. When they create the narrative, they feel like they can do what they want. How long have they been? Over 40 years they've been talking about making war with Iran? Some people even read it in some of the things they said they were going to do. Now they're talking about, oh, Saudi Arabia was the planners to 9/11. Aren't they crypto or Sephardic Jews? Regardless of Islam religion. I'm only asking, have y'all studied to find out what crypto and Sephardic is? Kuramil talked about it a little bit. And there's others who extensively talk about it as well. Why is it that everybody has a hard time with that? I mean, the money team. What was he doing in Dubai and they was holding them hostage? Gambling? Wait, but ain't he supposed to have a whole lot of real estate and fiat? This is the game I'm talking about. When they want to get at you, when you put yourself in that circle, when they get you. Bad choices. Bad choices. Bernie Mac was getting hard on these mother suckers. He wouldn't want to play that game. He didn't want to see all that homosexual shit. He had children. So what they do? They had to get rid of him. I mean, who was that guy, the actor, who was talking about the Star Whackers? You think he was making that shit up? Have you heard from him lately? Him and his wife. They was arguing about it. Some people can play along for a little while and they get tired because they don't want to do the sacrifice, regardless of whichever one it is. The easiest one people think it is the Panda Eye one. You know, drugged, raped, compromised in position, maybe with something dead. And all they're going to do is deny everything. That's the weapon they have. And most people now are not buying into that. You see the knuckleheads they use for the fake fact checking. Indigo Turtles, what's up? Matt D. Hey, what's going on, Lois? What's happening? But does anybody ever think about these things? Not to meditate on it, because it is giving up energy. I know a lot of people have a hard time. You give off energy, people, literally. I mean, we create oxygen. And you give that energy off. They know how to suck it in, like thermal heating. Like under the so fake-ass cathedrals, churches, to which had those great organs of healing, had the fire hole in the middle. You know what I mean? So they know how to harvest your energy. The sister, Miss Stewart, when she said that about the batteries, how do you think she came into this knowledge of knowing? You think she just thought it all up? Sophia Stewart, for those who want to go and research her. Anyway, no. She knew what she was talking about, and she was able to lay it in a story format. And what they do? They come in. Oh yeah, we got another one. Let's take it. And maybe some of them are like, yeah, we're gonna make money. But it's another narrative to paint a different picture, to whitewash and make it look like white people are so fucking great when there's no such thing as white people. And that's not us, all a lie. And they ain't great about shit. Not at all. They always think, believe that they're ahead. And everything they're doing is alluding to the fact that they are thousands and thousands of miles behind. But there are other things out here. Like I said, most of you are not ready for those things. And trust in me when I tell you, and then trust in yourself. I'm not here to push any of that goddamn narratives. It's always about balance, people. But there's sometimes when they continue to overstep their fucking boundary. So sometimes something has to give. And it's not about a fucking if. So they have enough people here because of the way y'all watching these dumb fucking idiots, Jay-Z's and all these fake ass God, what's the name on the morning, whatever that shit is, and Sexy Red, and how they manipulate everybody. And with that fact, yet it's still happening. Are any of y'all reaching out to your nephews and nieces, or are you that scared? Now, we all know from Delaware, New York, Chicago, shooting and killing has been going on for a short period of time, but long enough. At least since the 90s. Bad, right? And you would think Negroes would rise to the occasion and change it, but you know what happens when you get locked up, right? Become a POW, slave labor, right? You get in there and you want to see who's the toughest guy. And you're getting your little clicks and everything. Not realizing what you're really doing. Moving all stupid phonetically. Oh, I'm crazy. What the fuck it? I'll go to hell. These stupid sons of bitches have no idea that what's going to happen is worse by 1,000, 1,000,000-fold. To the fake ass burning would be something simple. It would be painful. Endorphins and adrenaline would kick in. Then you stop breathing and everything will stop focusing and you burn the fuck up. That ain't shit. Cut the head off. I told you what that came from. Because at the time, injuries were able to heal. Bad injuries. But in war, in the photograph on the war battlefield, when they were taking away the bells and everything, they had already took away the great healing organs, started showing that people couldn't regenerate and heal quick enough. So they started doing intrusive things. You can't imagine all the doctors that did scientific experiments on living as well as dead. And as long as nobody speaks on it, it's well hidden. These sick fucks even attempt to whitewash Pocahontas. I mean, that shows you how sick these fuckers are. You know what I'm saying? All right, her real name was Amunut, but Amunut, yes, yeah, Amunut. That's Pocahontas' real name, and yet they still want that Pocahontas to be the story for that John, you know, that baked ass story. You know, he kidnapped her and raped her and everything else, and she died, murdered. And we went to hell. We went to war and started fucking everything up. But they want you to believe in this fake ass Pocahontas. And then, you know what's funny? Every picture they have of her compared to the one I saw when I was over in England. I don't know why they do this here, these fake ass Gujars. Have nothing to do with the real Pocahontas at all. Now, they have this one picture that I find just funny as fuck. Okay? She had big round eyes. Well, a little slight, like mine, you know. But they still want to make her look like these so-called mixed breed things. Okay? And fuck John Smith. Y'all should know by now who he really is. But this picture right here cracks me the fuck up. Yeah, where is it at? This picture right here, when I saw this shit, I said, well, you should know who this is. You should know who's doing this. It's one of these goofies who y'all argue with. So they're trying to say, this is the real Pocahontas. No, it's not. Oh, you told me back then they had a camera, huh? But this is how stupid they are. And they go, oh, this is the fake one. We know this motherfucker's fake. Far by a million miles. And this one ain't that far behind. Faker than a motherfucker. But this is what you're dealing with. When I say the George Orwellian factor is deep in a lot of ignorant ass motherfuckers, no, there's some people who know the truth and, you know, it's beneficial. But you don't see none of them changing the narrative. They're too busy trying to exterminate and kill. Even their own. With their own. You know how many Palestinians converted to Judaism that played on the side of Mossad and Israel, fake Israel? Y'all have any idea? You don't? Wow. Wow. I'm telling you, they made this world batshit crazy and everybody's just acting according. You do remember, okay. Do you know anything about Jim Crow, the person? I found that his father was an indigenous patriot. Yeah. Yeah, well, anybody back then was autochthonous to this land. Like I said, the so-called Africans, the new term, were treated totally different from the Negro. Negro and African are two different goddamn people. And if you gave up your position as a Negro by the narrative and you went to Africa and call yourself African, stay the fuck there. All right? Nothing against my African brothers and sisters, because I know they don't even like you dumbasses. Because a lot of their leaders, sadly, conspired against you. Stupid motherfucker. Listening to these worthless niggas in the feds who guided you in that direction as if they were going to benefit. I mean, look at Jesse, Cornell, Sharpton, all of them motherfuckers. Just the scum, the bottom, worse than the poo you step on the bottom of your shoe. But people still want to go and hey, look, I saw when they was bringing all them Negroes standing in the background. It's like when Biden grabbed that dude's arm, right? And you see the nigga looking at it, and everybody else was like that. And the police officer standing there smiling. It's like that nigga in New York talking about mayor. Curtis Leo should have beat him. But because you have a bunch of ignoramuses running around who don't know what the fuck they're eating or drinking, this is what you got. He done betrayed everybody there. Got police officers killed and all kind of shit. Right? And people still they don't want to turn their back to these motherfuckers. How's it that Chinese can establish police departments? How's the fuck the Jews, these Chazars can make their own police to police the fucking Jews? And the original marshals and sheriffs are running around in this world buck-eyed fucking crazy because of a handful of dumb niggas. Huh? Hey, Harry, Margaret, Duff Jr., how y'all doing? What's going on? That's correct. I just wanted to come on this day because I'm tired of the bullshit. It's all right there, and they having a hard time letting go of their little goofy-ass, fake-ass world and getting back with the fucking real program, but keeping their dumbasses in that program. I know there's great speakers, right? And all the great speakers have to have these long following and millions of dollars. Like, for real? Well, that says a lot about them, doesn't it? Some will say, well, yes, some are really about being assistant covertly. Now the enemy knows what the fuck they're doing. The enemy's not dumb. I say it. I say they're dumb because of their actions. But they're not stupid. They're the enemy because they're the terrorists, the bad people. Not the ones they made into fighting back for their land and where they're at. Well, our people, as great as the fuck they are still listening to dumb fucking people. The black conservative and all those, and Officer Tatum and all them dumb niggas. Even Charleston White, as grand as he is, he's a dumb nigga too. Now he wears that proudly on his shirt. With all that great information, and he would like to see things stop. But he's still a dumb nigga. Kwame Brown, he's just ripping people's ass. And he knows who he is, though. Big difference. Big Roy, what's going on, beloved? Craig, what's happening, beloved? For some reason, y'all popping up. Awesome. I just want to know. So what are y'all doing to make a difference? I'm not saying take on the army and the government. I ain't bent. Don't worry about that shit. What are y'all doing to make a difference? How many of y'all got a bag? That's right. That money corrupts, makes you stingy and greedy. Be like a Rockefeller, like one of the daughters who died and wanted to take her money with her. Oh, for real. Some of them felt like if they got broke, they would commit suicide. Oh, you don't know them stories. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to go there then. But this is just tea. That's all this is, just a little sip of tea. All right, don't overdrink it too, because it can fuck you up. Get them crystals floating around in your kidneys and shit. Okay? And I just want to know. It's well known what Rockefeller did when he was expelled because of what was going on, how he took the oil and he started extracting things to make medication, right? Y'all know what the natural form of aspirin is compared to the bullshit that they 81 milligram, the 8, whatever the fuck they always want to sell? You know what plant it is? You know that honey is better externally than internally? That if you rub it on a sore or cut, it does a magnificent healing job? Real honey with beeswax and all that in it? You know that taking certain pine, even for inhalation, and certain mint and tea leaves and chewing them up and putting them on something with cloves with clotting and shit like that. Stopping the soreness in your teeth. Imagine if we were all together just living. 3 homes on an acre with a garden that would sustain a family, 3 families of at least 100 in those 3 houses. Oh, big houses. I ain't talking about little houses. Could you imagine that? Well, if you can imagine it, why come you're not making it fucking... Some of you, why are you not making it a real thing? Well, some of you are just so caught up in the world that you can't stop giving it energy. And to say, okay, fuck it. Whether I make it to the end or I don't, I'm going to pour all my heart into this. See, that's what the ancestors did. That's why they were able to accomplish so much. But now you motherfuckers are so lazy. You choose to embark on staying where you're at because you become so goddamn docile. That fluoride work, everything worked, and you're still holding on to it. I know some of you was out there barbecuing. Look at this. Well, our family does it. Man, shut up. That's what's wrong with you now. Your family's bigger than that little thing you call mud. You got an extended family. I hate saying that. You just got a family. You just haven't realized that because you've been nurtured into this lie, raised into the fucking new narrative. Yeah, I know about that. Yeah, very correct. Yeah, correct. Very correct. But that's well-known information. There's a lot more to it than that, but yeah. And we were. I told you my great-grandmother in the late 18, early 1900s was working at the Indian training schools, teaching these motherfuckers. I told you after 1909, after the last world's, well, somewhat of it wasn't like they still do them every year, but when Wild Bill, right, the Wild West show, when they brought, I told you they brought them Ket and them Arabs in, and they made them Indians. They played Indians with all that garb shit that we didn't fucking wear. All right. And they were chasing the little boys around wanting to have sex with them. Why do you think I read that about that individual yesterday? In the first books they burnt in Germany. Hitler was a Christian state. They didn't want no part of that shit. All that homosexual and the pornography. Who's behind all the porn here? Pornhub, OnlyFans, all that shit. The fucking Jews. So people have a hard time acquiescing this motherfucking fact. Nasty ass Ron Jeremy. Oh, if you only know how his life was gonna at the end of it all. Whew. I ain't talking about no religious shit. You need to know where to focus your energy. And you don't have to have hate. Do that to me. You don't need 1 ounce of hate for anything. You just need to stop giving. All right? Stop moving alone. All right? So anyway. Hey, the Berry. What's going on, Berry boy? What's happening, beloved? What's cracking? What's cracking, man? It's been a minute. So anyway. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. I just want y'all to think about those things. I'm not saying this. Y'all know this as well as anybody else. There are practical people with purpose. Now they still hold on to, they have ignorant times. All of you do too. But the more you delve into the reality of the situation, the less dumb motherfuckers can say anything. And if you want to sit there arguing people, and you know you're going to touch their emotions or feelings, you're going to rent space and they're going to react and say dumb shit. Okay? So the motherfuckers that want to push narratives because niggas are scorned or hurt or whatever, stop listening to them. Stop liking on their goofy ass shit. Hey, let's get them likes up so we can beat this algorithm too. Just hit the thumbs up. It ain't going to kill them. You can hit the thumbs down. It'll assist. Hit it, motherfucker. And there's a reason why people used to say sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. Because motherfuckers knew that they could throw sticks and stones back. Y'all never even thought about that, did you? Oh, you need to hear deacons with guns? Fuck all that goofy shit. Them niggas knew who they was. Shh. I guess I'm not saying nothing good enough. Because I'm not the same as everybody else. Is that what it is? Oh, because this shit I'm talking about, there's people who know I've been saying this shit for a long fucking time. Longer than fucking YouTube been up. Huh? Yeah. That's no ego shit. It's just facts. It's like a family members who think I'm crazy. So-called family members. I'm like, crazy for what? Thinking outside the box, looking and seeing things for what they are instead of what you've been given? Should you accept everything they give to you? I mean, think about it. 1943, the motherfucking fake-ass government was going around the women saying, if the man ain't here, we'll give you $15 more. Welfare. $15 welfare. That's when they first started breaking up the fucking our families. It didn't work too good because, you know, up into the 60s and 70s, we was a tight. Still, we're more tight-knit than everybody else. This delusion of what you see, big houses and shit. That's why I don't have no respect for Mr. Organic and all these other goofy motherfuckers. Because they ain't teaching you shit. I don't see the nigga with land telling you come on down and build. I saw a pale-skinned ex-Marine doing, Army guy doing that. He didn't care about your crayon, the color, whatever. He saw the importance to something else and had good ties with brothers and sisters. So he was a good brother. See, this is what I'm talking about. But you let somebody like, look at Pastor Dow. You got them little feds that got into his circle. Now you see what they're doing all over YouTube. Really pay attention to the niggas who are talking against him. Calling it coke, this, that, and other. Yet he's done built a major network. These dumb niggas are feds. Ain't nothing wrong with saying that, y'all. Remember that. You goofy motherfuckers here right now, trying your little egg. My only advice, leave. Or protect the Constitution and American, because there are guys who really there to do the right thing. And sadly, we're in a time when people are drugs and murdering each other and all this other dumb shit. So yes, there are those who do their job. Yet you still have that pestilence that moves in costume. And sick fucks. But y'all want to stay out there as if everything's going to work out fine for you until it doesn't. Okay. So be it. As it is written, so shall it be. Remember, you right. I'm just giving it a little energy to help you along in your ignorant fucking steed. For those who know, 40. Be mindful, think 40. I do the rest with it. Okay? I think this is a game, right? Okay. They're going to show you what kind of game it is. And there are things that you ain't going to fucking beat you, boy. There are things they're going to stick their head up out the holes of the ground. And y'all motherfuckers, y'all going to be giving up the ghost real quick. When y'all see these things, I'm telling you what, y'all have no fucking idea. This is not a game. I know some of you having a hard time still believing the little story. I didn't even tell you the story I have to tell. That individual's eyes closed like that, oh, that's some real shit. That was the first time. But y'all want to keep believing in your little world because it's not practical. You haven't seen shit. That's exactly what they need. You not to be ready. Boulevard T is another good one, Sharon. Yes. Anyway, let me get off of here. Don't worry. I'm bushy-eyed and bright, whatever the fuck. Bushy-tailed and bright-eyed. And we're going to read because we're a little way off. And we should have been very far. And I get a little flustered sometimes. A little pissed off. It's some of y'all not acting upon what you should be. And I tell you, y'all, a lot of y'all some last-minute niggas. That's what you are. That ain't going to fucking do nothing for you but create calamity and more problems. Y'all need to stop being last-minute niggas and start being upright motherfucking individuals. Be the light, the sentient ones you are. Make a choice and be practical in it and do your best and damnness to show the next. And stop with this millennial, Z generation, all this boomer shit. Like the fuck, we didn't create that bullshit. That's more division. That should show you how dumb. Like, come on. Gen X and all this other shit. Goddamn, free yourselves for once. Okay? Anyway, let me get over here. I gotta eat something. Alright? Finish this apple. 1:30. 1:30 sound cool? We'll read. So that'll be about 4:30 on the so-called East Coast, right? Alright? And I think between Ohio and a certain part of Louisiana or Texas is an hour difference. So anyway, I forget the line. But anyway, so I'll be back then and we're gonna read. Alright? Yo, MSE, what's up, baby? You already know. Supreme. So anyway, I'll see y'all then. Alright? Ladies, brothers.